Hello guys, this is Steve here, and today I'm going to be hosting a duel with me using Clownblade. Lightsworn Clownblade. Clownblade has been a new popular archetype that, well, it's not an archetype, it's an engine that is recently become a lot more popular in Japan, topping tournaments, and we will be getting the intermages that are needed for Clownblade in future sets. Well, in August in the Clash of Rebellion. Yeah. God, I'm all stuttering over here like an insane person. So anyway, I build my solar recharge with my Minerva. That is probably the worst thing I could have built. So in my graveyard I have another Lumina. So I'm going to go ahead and use Lumina. Ditch Trip Crown, grab Lumina. Trip Clown comes back. Use this Lumina, grab back right in. Go 2 with right in. Get another name in the grave. I already have Monster Incarnation. Let's see, I'll go ahead and overlay for my Minerva. I will mill with 3 more cards, sending Wolf to the grave. Got all my Judgment Dragons in the grave. Instead of Michael, I'm going to go ahead and summon Moonlight Rose Dragon over these 2. I'll mill with only 3 at the end phase. Just in case he's running some kind of deck that actually has level monsters in it, at least Moonlight Rose Dragon can come in handy. So I'm going to go ahead and mill with 3 at the end phase because I was going first. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this is a really overextensive play for first turn. I should not have done all this, but I mean, it's fine. Yeah, my face on my breakthrough skill. And I literally mean that because often when I get a field like this, I get Raigeki'd. So, kind of annoying. So anyway, I'm gonna use both of my cards' effects. See, in this situation, I should have had my auto chain order off, because Depor decides to chain orders for you, but I would have rather milled with Minerva first on the off chance that I mill a 1000 Blades, that way I could get the combo off. But I did it on that occasion anyway, so it's fine. Okay, so he summons another Thrasher, but this is main phase 2. Okay, so 2 tokens, and then he is gonna end his turn. So he's just setting up a defense against me. Okay, so I drew Instant Fusion. So I could do a lot of things. I'm just gonna go ahead and Instant Fusion. And I'm gonna grab back my Nodin. Well, I'm not gonna grab him back, I'm gonna grab him out of the extra deck. God, I'm messing up all kinds today, aren't I? So let's get right in. And then hope Raiden can build us a 1000 Blade. Oh wait, his effect is negated. Oh my god, guys, I'm so bad at this game, I didn't even know that. Okay, so if Nodin leaves the field, I think I lose Raiden, if I'm correct. So I'm just going to go ahead and Synchro first, despite I still have a Lumina effect. I'd rather not take chances and totally misplay again like I just did. Anyway, let's get this off the field. Overlay from Minerva. I've dealt like all of that damage to myself. Kind of amazing if I think about it. So I'm going to keep the Trick Clown because I don't have a 1000 Blade in grave yet. Now I have a 1000 Blade in grave. Get back my Wolf. I have not normal summoned this yet. So I will normal summon right in. I have used this effect because I'm bad at this game. So I'm going to go ahead and just Castel. For the reason that I am going for game right here. I'm going to attach 2 and I'm going to target a token, getting rid of it. Then I'm going to special summon Diablos. And unless he has something in hand to stop damage, this should be game. Yeah, so as you can see, like the Lightsworns, which is already like a really explosive archetype, just from milling and summoning Judgment Dragon and stuff like that. Clownblade in the deck, because you could just mill all the cards you need for it, although I didn't use the Thousand Blades in this duel. I still had the Trick Clown, which as you can see, the Trick Clown really helped. And then Minerva, which is OCG only right now, which makes me really sad, because I'm actually a really big Lightsworn player. She mills 3, and then for each Lightsworn mill you get a draw a card. When she's destroyed, she mills 3, and then for each Lightsworn card you get to destroy a card your opponent controls. So you could draw up to 3 cards, destroy up to 3 cards. The Clownblade, and then most Lightsworn decks don't run the Light Rays anymore. I always prefer the Light Rays. They open up a rank 7 engine, which is mainly good for Big Eye. And then, other than like, Diablos can come in handy a lot, because Diablos can lock the opponent down by putting their set card back to the top of the deck. Like, let's say they have no cards in hand and they set a Mirror Force to try to get rid of your field, and you don't have JD, then you Diablos Mirror Force to the top of their deck. Then they draw that Mirror Force, and then are they going to set it, or are they not going to set it? If they set it again, you can just put it back to the top of their deck. And it's at the cost of 1 Light Monster. I run 2 Diablos in this deck and 1 Daedalus. The Daedalus is just for extra damage, because JD Diablos Daedalus creates enough damage for game. And then occasionally your opponent might run a field spell. You could pop the field spell, pop 2 of the cards. But his effect isn't usually that used. I did try a build before that ran the Lightsworn field spell, but it's too inconsistent because you were losing mill the field spell. And then just for one more explanation, for people who don't know what the Clownblade combo is, pretty much it's between Intermage Trick Clown that could bring himself back to the graveyard, and Heroic Challenger Thousand Blade. So Trick Clown, when it's sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Intermage in your graveyard, special summon it, and then you take 1,000 damage. So Trick Clown can target himself, so you bring Trick Clown back. You almost always want to bring Trick Clown back. And then you take the 1,000. Since you took damage, Heroic Challenger Thousand Blades effect activates. He comes back from the graveyard in attack position. So you get 2 level 4 monsters on the field just from Trick Clown, and then you can overlay. So it's a really good rank 4 engine. It's being splashed in a lot of decks. So far I like it best in Lightsworn deck, and when it comes out in Clash of Rebellions I probably will be running Lightsworn Clownblade in real life, especially whenever Minerva comes out over here. And just one last coverage on the Lightsworn archetype. The trap card, Judgment of the Lightsworn, the Edge JD from deck, I think I run 1 in this deck. Honestly, it's more of a card you run at 0. It's just not that good. It only adds JD from deck. And drawing it is really bad, so it's kind of a dead draw. So yeah, if you are running Lightsworns, I wouldn't run that trap card. Anyway, this is Yuusha Steve, signing out.